So I wasn't going to make a video due to how kind of technically advanced the latest snapshot was, and I'm referring to 24W09A, but you know what, we got dyeable doggos and shearable skeletons, and some other really cool things, so you know what, I thought I'd briefly cover it. As a news channel, there's some really big wins for doggo sitting in the corner here. So I'm going to make you start by looking at the menu. Look at that menu. That is such a menu if I ever saw one. But where it really starts to get crazy is if we hit the options button. No, so basically you can see the blurred panorama still going in the background instead of dirt blocks. The dirt blocks are gone. And this is so weird for me to say because right now I'm already so used to it. I've, only opened up the game so many times, but it doesn't really bother me that it's gone, I guess. It did kind of shock me for the first time, but as time's gone on, I've gotten used to it. And if we go under resource packs, you can see that there are the programmer art, and that will now have the original old dirt blocks in the background just like before. Also, the high contrast UI is also still right here. But I don't know, I really love the high contrast UI, but this is really nice. I do like this, and this is the same for every screen. It goes back. It's just always the panorama, which is neat. And before we move on to the next thing, we're just going to pause a second. Look at the pause screen. The pause screen is the game in the background, but it's blurred, a blurred version of the game. This is a lot of similarities from Bedrock here. It's not for the better or for the worse, it's just kind of is, but I don't hate this. I mean, it's really hard to tell what's going on. I know sometimes I use the pause screen if something's kind of happening really fast and I'm like, okay, I just need to take a chill pill. Like, I'm not sure I necessarily like the blurriness, but it draws all the attention right there to the main buttons on screen. So I can see why they did what they did, and it's kind of neat. We're just gonna get this boring block out of the way. You've seen this guy, you've seen the skeleton, you've seen the old bog. He's looking a bit different, but so is this. This is just another version to help you distinctly separate it from what the trial spawner looks like. This is the spawner. This is the vault. We are so good at this. You have all passed kindergarten, hopefully. So there those things are. But now let's shear the skeletons. And the mushrooms are gone. I got 2 brown mushrooms. Did I win? No, but as our skeleton friend burns up in daylight, you can shear any natural bog for the first time. When he first spawns in, he has little mushrooms on top of his head, and then he slowly burns to death because it's like daytime. So the bog defaultly has little mushrooms sticking above his head, and the bog is slightly less green now. He's spent a little less time in the sewer this week, and I do like it. But want to know what is more green? The wolf over here. And it's not because he's sick, but the wolf armor is looking very spiffy. We pick any dye or any combination of dye, and we head over to a crafting table. I mean, this is still the original piece of dyed wolf armor, but you can just shove any piece of dye in there and dye the wolf armor. And it works just like leather armor, so there's like a crap ton of possibilities. Like there's an unnatural color from Minecraft, and the wolf armor I believe is Z fighting. That's cool. But the wolf armor, different colors, that's cool. Now we shear it, we take a look at this wolf armor, and it's just fine. We're not going to talk about the components at the bottom of the wolf armor yet, keyword yet, but right there, it has no durability bar or anything, right? Just how it's always been. But now we're going to take it, put it on our wolf, and slap the crap out of our wolf. This is called animal abuse. I would not recommend doing this in real life. Don't worry, this is just a game. This is a figment of your imagination. And now we're going to take the shears to our wolf again. And we got wolf armor, but it has less durability. Now, I could, as long as there was wolf armor on this wolf, I could punch the crap out of this wolf for the rest of the day, and he ain't gonna take no damage. If I give our friend Doggo a nice little bit of carpet to sit on, and say, enjoy your nice little carpet, Doggo, he's seen better days, but actually he really hasn't. Look at his armor. It's all cracked on the back. You can sit down now, Doggo. It's almost cracks like an armadillo does. Not an armadillo, an iron golem. There's too many. But it does indeed crack like iron golem. And to repair it, we just shove more scutes on it. So you can see it's slowly repairing up, and now it's fully repaired again. I take a look, shear it, and the wolf armor's just fine. So wolf armor, major buff. You can now make it all colorful and pretty, and you can punch the crap out of your wolf and it'll be just fine. Oh, also at the beginning of this video, I kind of forgot to make the joke on this is like the lushest desert you've ever seen. Like, holy lush caves, Batman. There's so many azalea trees in the middle of this desert. Like, just look around for a minute. Admire the view of the lushness of this desert. We're just going to take a scroll through the creative inventory for a minute. Do you notice anything about any of these? Now, I do, of course, have advanced tool tips on. I do believe that's F3 plus H. I shouldn't do that in the inventory. F3 plus H is advanced tool tips, so now they're hidden. But now they're shown again. I always have them on. But at the bottom of anything, we're going to take a really nice look at this spruce trapdoor. That's not even a trapdoor. There we go. Spruce trapdoor. At the bottom there, it says 4 components. Aren't you so glad you clicked on this video? The spruce trapdoor has 4 components, everyone. Now, this is all under technical changes, under, like, the biggest snapshot in the world. Like, this scroll bar goes on forever just talking about these new components. But it's to help reduce the amount of MBT. It improves performance, so overall, it's for the better. So, these components are definitely for the better. I'm not going to go too much in depth because I don't think the average person truly cares about this as much. It'll be definitely interesting to see how fast map makers are able to outcome from this, but this is for the better. It's one of those things that kind of just needs to happen to advance the game. Like, especially they even reference directly here the new armor trims, how, you know, each piece of armor was unique but not in the inventory, and it just had all of this data attached to it. This is just a better way so they can handle it. Before it was just going through over and over again just to render the armor trim to look like it was supposed to. And now with the dyed dog armor and right there, it was a needed change. It's about due time as Minecraft gets more advanced. Or at least that's Hound's dumbed down way of saying it. Now inside this chest though, I do have a bunch of heads in a shulker box inside this chest. Peg blocking is the exact same. I just grabbed that chest. For some reason, it does say, if I can actually put my mouse on it, it does say plus NBT. I think they need to fix their text, but at the bottom it says 6 components. It's not NBT anymore, it's components. I place the chest down, guess what? The shulker box is still in there. Works just the same as the original pick block. It's called components now. I would say goodbye with all the things on the set of the snapshot, but I kind of blew it all up earlier, so I do hope you enjoyed this video. I'm excited about the wolf armor changes, and I do think the Bogged looks slightly less bogged down. He's so cute now. So you'll have to let me know what you think about some of these changes. I'd really encourage you to look down. If you're a technical player as well, look through the changelog. I barely touched the surface. I swear this is one of the largest changelogs I have seen. Besides, like this changelog might be bigger than, you know, your typical major update changelog. There's so much with that new data pack version. I believe it's 33. So with that, that is everything. What a interesting snapshot. Some fun things going on with everything, really. So see you next time.